right, this is the moment that every mixed martial arts athlete hopes will materialize. The #1 heavyweight contender making the walk for his first title fight here in the UFC.
I mean, the nerves are going crazy for this man right now. He's so nervous. Has he done everything he needs to do? Has he not left any stone unturned? He says that he has prepared. He says that his body's ready. His mind's ready. He feels physically good in the spot. He's taking on a long-reigning champion. If he's going to get this done, it's going to take something truly special.
He does not believe jitters will be a factor here tonight. He has built his career methodically to this point. We'll see if we hear the words "and new" by night's end. All right, folks, here we go. Undisputed UFC heavyweight championship fight, and all eyes are on the incumbent as he makes the walk here tonight, and he's enjoying every moment of it. Huge title defense beckons for him tonight.
John, he loves where he stands in the sport. He loves the admiration that comes with being the baddest man on the planet. He knows he's the biggest, he's the strongest, he's the baddest, and he loves it. And he prepares as if he never wants to let that go. This man lives for being the best. This man lives to be in the spotlight. And time again, we see him defend this belt as if his life depended on it.
Well, right, you lose this belt, it's essentially like walking back into your new life. He has no intention of suffering that fate here tonight. All right, ready to go here at the Big A, the Honda Center in Anaheim, the Duck Pond. Both fighters have entered the octagon. Could be one of the more important fights of this or any calendar year. And now let's get you our tale of the tape for this heavyweight championship fight. Now for the official introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Heavyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, the Korean Superboy, Doo-Ho Choi. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Heavyweight Champion of the world, the Pitbull Arlovski.
Herb Dean is your referee. He's the third man in the octagon tonight. All right, ready to go with round 1, and clearly so is the Pitbull, Andrei Arlovski. The majority of his finishes have come in round 1, so don't be surprised if Arlovski gets off to another good start here tonight in Vegas.
Beautiful jab there by the champ.
Oh, headshot bang as the high kick lands. Arlovski gets caught by that straight punch. You got to do better than that defensively. Arlovski just out of range with that right hand.
Big punch lands through the middle.
Able to rip the body there. Man, these guys have some chins on them. Huge shots being landed on both sides.
Oh, man, both of these guys can really take a shot.
Keep the pressure on.
Straight right is there. Lands a kick there with the lead leg. Nice work by Choi. Able to block that strike. Oh, vintage Andrei Arlovski boxing there. This is a man with more than 2 decades in the game and still learning, still has an appetite for improvement, and he can do a whole lot worse than American Top Team when it comes to elite training partners and coaches. Just over 3 minutes to go, round 1. Big power shot there.
Oh, that right hand barely missed there.
Beautiful right hand over the top.
And that's the danger in the engagement there. Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Now he's starting to find his groove with the counter strikes. This is his bread and butter, to keep his opponent at bay and keep him guessing. And when his opponent over-engages, make him pay with a straight right hand, straight left, or a jab. Nicely done with the hands there.
Beautiful block there. Oh, nice right hand.
Keeping busy now, connecting with those punches. Well, he's the taller fighter and able to land a knee to the body with relative ease there.
Ooh, big shot land.
So again, trying to bait his opponent in here, looking to set up yet another counter. Yes, that's exactly what he's doing. He wants and needs his opponent to strike first. Not always easy being a counter striker. The crowd can get on you a little bit, but he has not deviated from the game plan here tonight. 90 seconds to go in the round. Just out of range with that right hand. Oh, nice straight punch there. Must be nice to have a reach advantage like this, DC. Big right hook coming, it's blocked.
Very fast leg kick lands for him.
Under a minute now to go.
Great commitment to the kicking game. Trading huge shots. Let's see who's going to be the last man standing.
The right hand just misses. Oh, big left hook there. Now he's got the single collar in the clinch. 30 seconds to go here.
That's how you control the fight. Keep fighting behind the jab.
Lead kick is true there by Arlovski. 15 seconds. Beautiful combination of punches to the head. He gets tagged again. So Arlovski's eye starting to close up. Got to get that end swell on it between rounds if we get there. Round 2 straight ahead.
Take a seat. Deep breath. Relax. Take a drink of water and listen. All right, man. I want you to set those kicks up.
All right, let's take a look back at some of the replays from that last round.
Unbelievable to see these high-level competitors get in each other's face, tuck their chin, bite down on the mouth guard, and just let it all hang out over the course of 5 minutes.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Second round underway. All right, so a nice job by this young man landing counter strikes in the previous round. We will see if he can keep it going here as our next round gets underway.
To be able to stand back and see your opponent's attack and counter so effectively is a very, very difficult skill to pick up. This young man has done that, and he has done that to a really high level.
That is a clean strike, and it gets right through the guard. Looking to land the right hand, he misses. Some damage being doled out, and now some swelling upstairs on his opponent.
He's not moving his head effectively. He's trying to be face first. Look, you don't have to prove how tough you are. You got to move your head, be active. Don't be reactive in your defenses.
And now they are throwing both sides with conviction. Joy gets tattooed by that straight punch.
I mean, over and over, he is taking these strikes to the head.
Oh, and he lands yet another knee. And sometimes it pays to be the taller fighter, DC. I know you can't necessarily relate. Oh, beautifully placed and timed kick there by Choi. Oh, really good job by him there to raise the guard, DC, and block those shots coming his way.
He does a great job of blocking all incoming strikes. Nice punch, man. He gets to the single collar tie. Look for him to keep that elbow tight and throw punches with his free hand.
Well, the more things change, the more they stay the same. He continues to land a high volume of strikes on his opponent at will.
Well, I mean, John, the guy can fight everywhere. And he can fight everywhere, meaning he can fight on the ground, he can fight in the stand-up, but he's also able to do it because his cardio is so good.
Right.
This is one of the best fighters that we have seen for a long time, and it is showing in this performance.
Oh, he's staying busy here, connecting with a barrage of punches.
What a kick. That one landed.
Man, look at the redness starting to appear on the left side of his body. His opponent would be wise to continue to attack there. Missed with that right hand. Big shots being landed on both sides here. Well, his corner was pretty urgent after round one. A little bit lackluster there in that opening round. He has certainly picked up the pace here, and as a result, he has taken control of this second round. Hook to the head there by the Korean Superboy. Well, he has got to be thrilled with this effort here tonight. There was a lot of pressure on him coming in. He has doled out a lot of damage, landed a lot of strikes, near flawless execution.
Sometimes the hardest thing to do is what's expected. When you're expected to win, sometimes it's hard to live up to that expectation. He lived up to that expectation, and he exceeded it with such a great performance.
Different round and the striking clinic continues. Shades of Max Holloway back in the day against Calvin Kattar. Every strike he has thrown seemingly is finding a target.
I mean, it's landing. Everything is landing, J.A. And coming into this fight, he understood that he had an advantage in this particular skill. I don't know if he could have even expected it to be this vast as we have seen to this point in the fight.
Well, this fight's been pretty crazy thus far. Both guys doling out a lot of damage, and neither seems too bothered by it, but clearly both parties are hurt.
Both guys are hurt. Both guys are fighting beautifully. Both are showing a lot of heart right now in this fight. They're both doing amazing jobs. Let's see who gets the job done at the end of this thing.
Well, he continues to do a nice job here defensively, protecting the head and sort of maybe letting his opponent gas out a little bit with all the volume.
His opponent sees the target, but he can't get to the target. So he'll continue to throw, and he'll continue to wear on his own gas.
Oh, he lands another pinpoint strike there, and no surprise to see the swelling upstairs get worse.
That accuracy, man, it's something to behold. This guy is so good at finding his target. Now, he's got a big old marker on the guy's face to try and hit. You have got a smart fighter in front of you. You have got to move your head, or he's going to keep going there.
Ooh. Final seconds of the round.
He's got that single collar tie locked in.
Choi's cheek looks like it's cut. Yes, it is. Starting to bleed a little bit now. Round three next. All right, so the round is over, but not before damage was done. Cut on the cheek, sustained in that round. Cut man in there quickly as usual to try to seal it up.
Striking to be a little bit sharper, punches go out.
All right, well, 1 minute of end swell can only do so much. Let us look back at some of the damaging strikes in that previous round.
It doesn't seem like it's going to do much, and if it does, he can't take any more of these shots. He was too stationary. He took everything square on the target. He's got to move his head, and he's got to be proactive instead of reactive in terms of his defenses.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Round 3 of a possible 5. All right, next round is underway. You know these are two of the more conditioned fighters on the roster, so cardio is not going to be an issue here. And for some fighters, you know, you can have one of those adrenaline dumps or the cardio abandons you on fight night. Not the case for these two guys. Both look very fresh as we start this next round. Well, just as he did in the previous round, continuing to land a high number of strikes here, and he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down. Scary, scary proposition for the opponent.
Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks.
Oh, hook to the head by the Pitbull. Oh, they're trading huge shots here. We'll see who's the last man standing.
This guy cannot miss the head with his strikes.
Oh, I like that kick there. What a great sequence by him, mixing up his strikes and once again targeting that already damaged, swollen area upstairs.
That's exactly what he should do. You know, we are talking about a guy that is so talented, that is so disciplined, that when he can see swelling like that, he's going to continue to attack it.
Oh, really using his reach advantage there with that one, AC. And there it is again, targeting that swelling. Why would you not, right? You've doled out all this damage, might as well go right back to it.
Well, especially if your opponent is not going to move his head. He's still trying to go out on his shield. He's so stubborn in trying to prove that he's tough. It's really costing him right now.
Well, we may have the best cut men and women in the business, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to do much with that cut. It continues to widen with every passing stretch.
And you're fighting a great fighter. It's hard to deal with the damage of the cut while dealing with the level of the fighter in front of you. Right now, you have got to do something different to try and change the way that this fight is playing out.
Under 3 minutes now to go in round 3. All right, so look at that. A cut has been opened around that eye area.
He's taking shots over and over again to that area, and now he's dealing with a cut.
Oh, he's landed a high number of total strikes here in the latter stages of this fight. He's really picked up the pace and landing far more strikes than he did in previous rounds. Look at the torso on the right side. Major bruising, and it's only getting worse. Oh, and he tags him with the straight. Beautifully placed there by the Korean Super Bowl. Both fighters throwing heat now. Fighter blocks a punch. Certainly showing off some good hands here tonight. Under 2 minutes now to go. So I'm gonna hit you and then you hit me. Back and forth we go. This is one of the best fights I've called all year.
Yeah, one of the best fights. And the blood, the injuries only add to the intrigue. It only adds to who's gonna continue down the path and get the hand raised. Both of these guys are so tough. They really have laid it on the line.
All right, well, good news.
Another one. Hurt bad.
Oh, back and forth we go. Blood is everywhere. I'm just not sure how much one man can take. Never mind both of these guys absorbing a ton of damage tonight.
Yeah, John, they're spraying blood all over each other. They're beating each other up. They are in each other's face. They are really showing you what type of heart you need in order to be a fighter. What a performance by both. Very rarely do you gain in losing. But whoever loses this fight will be able to leave this octagon with their head held high.
Oh, he has landed a high volume of strikes in this round and really hasn't let up when it comes to his aggressiveness. The striking has been on point every step of the way. Careful.
Oh, it's a nice overhand right.
In a single collar tie. All right, so it has been punches and strikes in bunches tonight. His opponent is wearing it. And when you see swelling like that, maybe a facial fracture of something.
Well, it seems as though something's hurt bad here. The last time I saw somebody look at this one, I remember watching Joanna Jędrzejczyk's head, looking at the just size blow up. You know that damage is getting done, and every time he hits him on these spots, it hurts worse than anything you could imagine.
Arlovsky's eye Does not look real good right now. It actually is starting to swell shut, so that will be something that bears watching as this fight continues. Well, what a war of attrition this fight has been. Both fighters dealing with cuts, critical damage in the facial area. Something's got to give at some point.
Yeah, these are the types of fights that we love. These guys are leaking everywhere. They're both trying to finish this fight. They're very evenly matched, and you can see it in the competition, but you can also see it in the damage that they're both showing.
Well, that was a damaging 5 minutes. We'll see how he can recover over this 60 seconds. We'll show you some replays now from that previous round.
He was on the receiving end of some big blows, and he wasn't moving his head well. His head was on the center line. He was a stationary target, and an opponent opened up a nasty cut on him. He has got to move his head to limit the damage that he's taking.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Fourth round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, so here we go. You can feel the tension. Fourth round is underway. Let's see who has the upper hand.
You feel it inside of the arena. The fighters feel it inside of the octagon. It's palpable. The energy is crazy because you understand that in the next 10 minutes, someone's going to get a belt strapped around their waist. It's amazing.
Well, most fighters can't keep up this type of aggression and pace, but you don't have to worry about this guy. He hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down tonight. So Arlovsky's nose is bleeding now, so we'll see how he handles that adversity, but nothing ideal about it here in the middle of this fight.
Nice leg kick. That one snuck in. Nice strike.
Well, DC, headgear's not allowed, but he has raised the hands, and he's doing a nice job protecting the dome.
He's doing a great job of blocking his head. A lot of times, those shots to the head will knock you out. Not this time. This guy's making sure nothing lands.
Straight right, he misses.
He's cut. Give the elbow.
Beautiful shot lands to the leg there.
So the blood really starting to flow. Every time that area gets targeted, that cut's getting worse.
It's getting worse and worse, and you see the blood starting to come down. That is when you start to watch the fighter to see what type of effect it's starting to take on him, whether or not he's reaching for it, whether or not he's confused by where it's at. You got to start to watch his reactions now as we go forward.
All right, so another nice strike by him there, and he continues to attack that cut. Pretty sage decision by him to target that area.
We always talk about his fight IQ, John. We talk about his ability to recognize his advantages. That's exactly what he's doing. The moment he saw that cut, I knew that would become his focus.
Under 3 minutes to go in round 4. Hook to the head there by Arlovsky. Champ, look at that redness underneath his elbow. A lot of those strikes to the body starting to pile up.
Getting beat up and being smart enough to not be headhunting the entire time. I like this. I like this approach.
All right, so a good job by him here. He continues to block these shots. Seems to see them coming a mile away.
He sees them coming a mile away and he's blocking. Oh, he jumped guillotine right away.
Look at that. Oh, he caught out. How good is that?
This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything long to allow for himself to get subbed.
Well, not a guy you want on top of you. Ground and pound strikes piling up here. Good work by Choi. That guillotine is tight. Oh, he got out again.
He got out again. This guy just keeps on fighting off submission after submission. He's doing a great job of recognizing that he's damaging his opponent, and he keeps going to that spot.
Well, he has expended a lot of energy going for these submissions tonight. I'm not sure his opponent is actually submittable.
No, it doesn't seem like it, because every time he goes for a submission, he gets close, or at least he expects to get close. But his opponent is so on his game that he's not giving him much to work with. This has been a beautiful display of grappling offensively, but also defensively.
All right, well, he's going to have to go back to the drawing board defensively, but in terms of this fight, he's been totally dominated, and that swelling's getting out of control.
Swelling's getting out of control. We can't even tell who's in front of us anymore. This guy has been beat from start to finish, and right now, the only right thing, at least to me, feels like the fight getting stopped.
Oh, big elbow. 1 minute. Choi's all sorts of bruised up on his body. That is gonna hurt something fierce tomorrow. Oh!
He's got him hurt. He's got to start looking to finish.
All right, hook attempt, no good.
Nice kick. These guys are going at it.
Arlovsky's been dealing with that cut on his nose for a while, and now it is just pouring blood. All right, 20 seconds to go in the round.
Let me see that hook now.
Oh!
Oh, he lands a massive kick here.
Finish. 10 seconds. You got 10 seconds.
Huge block there. Buzzer sounds for the end of round 4, 20 minutes in the books. All right, we're going to stay with him and follow him back to the corner to the stool because that is a really severe cut that he is dealing with. We'll see if the cut man can stem the bleeding here. All right, so there's the end of the round, and we will continue to keep an eye on the cut on the nose. That thing is only getting worse. And again, you got to get that guard up, and even when he does, it seems like the strikes are getting through. That is a significant cut now on the bridge of his nose. All right, the truck has produced some replays from that previous round. Perhaps we can even isolate the strike that opened up that cut on the bridge of his nose.
It's nasty, and it's in a bad spot because the reality is when you can't breathe through your nose, you start to open your mouth, but the blood is dripping down into your mouth. How is he going to breathe in order to have a chance to win this fight? And there's that jab.
Here's the kick, blocked by Arlovsky. Well, the cut men have done everything that they can tonight, but these guys are handing out facials. This is crazy.
Yeah, these guys are going after it, man. Both of them. Both inflicting damage on each other. And both are dealing with it and trying to continue in this fight. This is a great fight.
So there it is, longer reach paying dividends as he counters with a punch. Arlovsky's cut is only getting worse, making a nice donation to the canvas tonight. Lands a jab.
Yeah, he's hurt really bad.
Heavy leather landed on both sides in that exchange. So Arlovsky's doing a nice job targeting that area, continuing to attack that already compromised and swollen eye. Oh man, how many shots to the head can one individual take? I'm not a doctor, but that swelling suggests there might be some sort of fracture.
Yeah, there might be something wrong with him. He's so swollen, he's so beat up, but he's so tough. That is why he's still standing. Normal people could not still be standing in the middle of an octagon fighting right now. Hats off to him for his toughness, but he ain't gonna get the job done tonight. He did not address it early enough.
Just over 3 minutes now to go in the fight.
Another one!
Well, this one is coming down to the wire. This has been so action-packed. I'm gonna stand up and call the rest of this fight. I hope nobody is behind me. This has been insane.
I mean, it's unbelievable that we've still been sitting the whole time. Multiple times, you want to jump out of your seats because these guys are putting on such a fantastic fight.
Oh, man, every time he lands, it's right on that cut. That is going to have a profound impact on him moving forward. Might be a submission attempt here.
I mean, you cannot sit in a full guard. When you sit in a full guard, you give these guys so many opportunities.
Well, he put so much stock into this fight, and now we're late in the game, and if he doesn't get a finish, this opportunity goes by the board.
I mean, it's almost over. He's hurt again!
Oh, this could do it. Oh, another knockdown! Under 2 minutes now to decide this one. All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
Gonna try to take his opponents back here, and he does. All right, great position for him here. He's got the full mount. See if he can get that ground and pound going.
Oh, he's got to get it going, but he can't rush. A lot of times, guys get into full mount and they rush, they get nervous. They're like, oh my goodness, I'm winning. The reality is, you're winning, but it can...
Oh, he dove and he lands. Wow. Oh, heavy shots continue to rain down. Back to the feet. Decent right hook attempt, but it's no good. Final round, final minute. What a fight it has been, and hard for the referee to get involved when damage is being doled out on both sides.
I mean, it's so evenly matched. These guys have done such a great job of staying in the fight. There have been many moments in this fight where you thought one of them just did not have enough. Look at all the blood.
And this will do it.
Holy smokes.
What an absolute freak of a knockout here tonight. That's a 3-check knockout, right? Show money, win money, bonus money.
Absolutely, J.A. There's nothing more exciting than a knockout in sport. You don't see it anywhere but mixed martial arts. This young man will celebrate this deep into the night as he should.